As we mentioned earlier on in the bulletin, the Sri Lanka Police and the Tri-Forces are conducting search operations around the country. Now, these three areas in particular should be highlighted with regard to today's search operations. They are Narammala, Akurana and Samanture. But it should also be noted that search operations were being carried out across the island, especially in the Polonnaru area, and several items were found from various locations. We'll have an update for you with regard to that as well. But let me at first draw your attention to what was found in the Samanture area in the search operations that were carried out today.
A search operation in Mallar, Samanture was conducted by the Sri Lanka Army and Police this morning. The security forces focused their attention to an abandoned house in the area. During the inspection of the house and the land, a fresh mound of soil caught the attention of the security forces. Subsequently, when the security forces delved the ground, a plastic container including a stock of explosives and weapons wrapped in 2 polythene bags were discovered. The stock of weapons included 2 pistols, including a micro-pistol, live ammunition bullets, detonators, a military uniform with a belt and 7 shotgun shells. More than 200 gelignite sticks, 40 meters of wire and 100 kilos of ammonia was seized in a land adjacent to the abandoned property. Subsequently, further search operations were conducted using police K9 units. Residents in the neighboring house spoke to the security officers. However, the son was taken to police custody for further interrogation. The 2 pistols were buried this morning. The police K9 units took us to the house adjacent to the place. During the search operation, we arrested the driver of a politician. He is being interrogated. Most of our search operations are conducted based on tip-offs we receive from the general public. Commander of Army wishes to see all Muslims celebrate Ramadan. We are committed to eradicate extremism in our country.
What you witnessed were search operations that were carried out in the Samanture area located in the east of the island. Now, another search operation, a very special search operation, was carried out in the Narammala area, and the areas that were covered were Horombava in Narammala and Kurunegala around this area of the country. Now, there is a speciality with regard to this search operation that was carried out in the Narammala area, and the speciality is the fact that the search operations that were carried out here were carried out based on the information that was received by several suspects. A group of officials from the Criminal Investigations Department searched a house in Putiyavatta, Narammala. The search operation was carried out based on the information provided by Mohammed Anwar Mohammed Rizwan, the brother-in-law of the suicide bomber responsible for the attack at the Katuapitiya church. It was revealed that the suspect has resided in this particular house the night before the attacks. Following a search involving the police K9 unit, the special task force seized 1.9 million rupees in cash hidden in a marshy land close by. Interestingly, the money was stacks of 5,000 rupee notes. The police also found a mobile phone, battery and phone charger hidden in the roof of the house next door. A further search of the adjacent marshy land done by the police and the area residents resulted in the discovery of a parcel containing a bullet used for training, 3 detonators and wires and 38 grams of explosives. Our correspondent said 2 backpacks similar to those used by the suicide bombers were also discovered in the raid. Another search operation was carried out in a paddy field in Edandavala, Kuliyapitiya, based on the information derived during interrogations of the suspects. A hidden motorbike was seized and the security forces suspect that it was used during the Easter Sunday terror attacks. Those were the 2 locations that search operations were carried. They were Samanture and the Narammala area. Now let's draw your attention to the search operations that were carried out in the Akurana area in the center of the country. Now, there is a speciality with regard to all these search operations that you see on your screen. The Tri-Forces, especially the 3 armed forces and the police STF, along with officers of the police department, have taken part in these search operations that are being carried out, and the suspects have been arrested in all of these locations. Especially in the Akurana area, the search operations that were carried out today were carried out by the 11th Brigade of the Sri Lanka Army and the police.
25 suspects were arrested during these search operations, which were conducted with the assistance of the police. Among the materials seized by the police were fake number plates, birth certificates, and a suspicious motorbike. A stock of injections used to obtain blood samples, which are not used by local doctors, was seized by the security forces. Investigations are underway to determine the motives behind these injections. In addition, around 150 circuits believed to be used to manufacture bombs were also discovered. Security forces searched the Sri Lanka Tawhid Jamaat office in Akurana and seized CDs, 4 video cameras and posters among other material.